Good morning, friends. Welcome to your Freestyle Flow. My name is Sheila Eludoyin if we haven't held space together before. And we'll land here together. Great. We'll wait for a few of us to join in. Welcome, guys. So grateful that you're all here. Amazing. So good. Okay, let's get started in a seat at our mats, and then as we all join in, we can move together. Right. Okay, so from a seat, you'll feel both sit bones root down, connect into the earth. Feel how your shoulders draw onto your back body, and you notice the stacking action that happens shoulders over hips. Now feel how the crown of your head just drifts up towards the sky, inviting space and length in the spine. And from this tall seat, can you breathe more deeply into your belly? And take a nice long, slow exhale out. And again, deep breath into the belly, expand. And exhale to sigh. One more round, just like that. And let a sigh escape. Now interlace your hands behind you, press your palms together to touch. Gently guide both hands towards your left hip, and if that's just too much sensation, you can simply tuck your right hand behind you and let your left hand drop down. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently guide your chin down in towards your chest. And then gently move your left ear towards your left shoulder to feel the space into the right side of the neck and the shoulder. A gentle warming of the body as we land here in this space. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, guide your chin back towards your chest, move your hands towards the right, and your ear follows. Again, notice how both shoulder blades can drop onto the back body. And then let the weight of your head drift towards the earth. So let gravity do the work here. And what you get to do is breathe. Breathe into this side of the neck. 2 more rounds of breath here. Guide your chin back towards your chest. Reach both arms behind you. Interlace your hands. Press your palms together to touch. Reach your arms back. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, gently land yourself forward. You might even guide your arms closer towards the front. Good. Inhale to come back up. And we'll work into tabletop. Guide your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And right away, we'll work into some shoulder flossing. So you'll keep a nice neutral spine, but press more firm into your hands. Feel the doming action of the back body. And then as you exhale, let your heart drop in this space between your thumbs. Shoulder blades connect. Once again, press into your hands, dome in the space around your shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, drop your heart through. So just working into releasing some of the tension that exists around the shoulder blades. And this action that we're creating, this sliding back, is really the action that we take to bring our shoulder blades onto the back body when we're working chaturangas or any of the heart opening. And so you'll take the next 3 rounds of breath to explore this flossing. It's subtle, but you'll notice a difference the more you do it. Good. 1 more round here. Now inhale to find a neutral spine. And then begin to walk your hands forward into Anahatasana, melting heart. Feel your heart drop down towards the mat. If this is too much sensation, bring yourself back into a child's pose. Can you invite more space, more length into your spine? Pressing firm into your hands. Feel the support of the earth underneath you. Take another 2 rounds of breath here. Root firm into your hands and roll yourself all the way onto your belly. Walk your hands off of the mat onto your floorboards. Bring your fingertips down and towards the earth, and on an inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, fold forward. Do that 2 more rounds. Inhale, heart lifts, you expand. And exhale, you flow down. Last round of breath here. And release all the way down. Guide your hands beside your rib cage. Tuck your toes, push up into plank, use your knees if you need. And then press back into downward facing dog. And lengthen even more out of the waist, root firm into your hands. And then lift your hips up even higher to the sky. Now let's pedal out the feet, dropping one heel down and towards the mat, and then the other. You might go super slow or a little faster. You choose exactly what you need here. Take the next 5 rounds of breath to explore. Notice how strong, connected your hands are into the earth. Feel that support so that you can lift your hips even an inch higher if it's possible. 1 last round of breath. Now gaze in the space between your hands and gently walk yourself to the top of the mat. Once you land in that space, bring your feet about hip-width distance apart. Inhale, you half lift. And an exhale, you fold over. You might need to bend a little or a lot in the knees. Let your chin drawn towards your throat. Grab hold of opposite elbows if that serves. If there's another clasp you like more, then you'll take it. Now can you bring more weight into your toes? You rock back, more weight into your heels. Flow from one side to the other. And then you'll find a strong stance with your feet, where your feet feel grounded, connected, balanced in the earth. Take another full breath in. Sigh it all away. Bring your hands towards your hips. Feel the strength of your back body. Use it to rise up, nice and strong. Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, full body stretch, expand. Dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. And an exhale to fold. 1 more time, inhale, reach your arms, feel the expansion. Dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Your left foot takes a giant step back. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Feel the connection of feet into the earth. Now get a little higher onto your fingers, onto the fingertips if you can. Feel your shoulder blades onto the back body. Keep on toning the back quad, lengthen from back heel to crown of head. Plant your hands, step back into plank. Use your knees if you need. Slow lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, walk your hands off onto the floorboard again. Inhale, lift your heart up. This time as you exhale, drop your right shoulder down. Good, and inhale will lead you back to center. Exhale, you explore the other side. Back through center, inhale. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, you go left. Inhale to center. We lower all the way down. Guide your hands beside your rib cage. Tuck your toes, plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Float just your right leg high to the sky. Now stack your hip, bend your knee, and work big circles into your hips. If this is too much sensation this morning, you might drop down to your left knee. Take this from tabletop. You might even explore in the other direction, here for 3. Press more firm into your hands. Feel the support of the earth underneath you. Good. Now stack your hip, bend your knee, lift your knee up even higher to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, guide your foot all the way through to the top of the mat. This time your back knee comes down. Inhale, you rise up. Anjaneyasana, it's your low lunge. Reach your hands up high to the sky. Feel your shoulder blades onto the back body. Lift out of the waist, expand. Now as you connect with your back foot, whether your toe is tucked or you press more firm into the top of your foot, feel that connection and then use it to lift out of the waist, and you might even tip a little bit back. Take another full inhale. As you exhale, drop your hands down towards the mat. Tuck your back toe, lift your knee. Step forward. You fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Full body stretch. Dive down. You fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Your right foot takes a giant step back. Stay high on the ball of the back foot, our low runner's lunge. Get a little lighter into your fingertips. Lift out of the waist, feel your navel pull in towards your spine. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Use your knees if you need. This time we slow lower halfway, chaturanga. Draw your heart through, cobra or up dog. Send your hips back. Downward facing dog, a full breath in. Sigh it away. Now float just your left leg high to the sky. Stack your hip, bend your knee, and start working big circles. Again, inviting the full range of motion into your hip. If you need to take this from your right knee down, know that that's always available to you. You might even go in the opposite direction, here for 3. Last 2. Lift your knee up even higher, inhale. As you exhale, bring your foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Back knee comes down. Inhale, you rise up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Again, feel the opening into the front of the hip, but use the strength of your back leg. Yeah, really experience the space. Take another 2 rounds of breath here. Strong, in control. But the ability to soften and surrender. As you exhale, drop your hands down towards the mat. Tuck your toe, lift your knee. Step forward. You fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. You dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Your left foot takes a giant step back. This time, as you stay high in the ball of the back foot, walk your left hand off to the side and inhale to peel the right arm up and open. You twist. Keep on working the strength of your back leg, and then invite an internal rotation of the thighs so that you can lift out of the waist even more and feel yourself peeling open. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, drop your hand down towards the mat. Step back, plank. Again, use your knees if you need. Slow lower, chaturanga. Draw your heart through, cobra or up dog. Send your hips back. Downward facing dog. Your right leg lifts high to the sky. Stack your hip, bend your knee. Lift your knee up even higher, inhale. As you exhale, drive your knee across the body to the left. Squeeze. All right, can you go a little deeper? Squeeze even more. Three-legged downward facing dog. Bring your foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Back knee comes down. Inhale, you rise up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale to reach and expand. As you exhale, bring your hands towards heart center. Inhale for space. And then exhale, you twist. Glue your left tricep in towards your thigh. At first, we'll feel more space into the front of the hip. So feel your shoulder blades onto the back body. You might stay here really enjoying this stretch. If you need more fire, you can tuck your back toes, lift your knee. And now breathe into this space here for 3. Wherever you land, can you draw your shoulder blades into the back body so that there's more space for your heart to lift? One last breath. As you exhale, drop your hands down, step forward, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift, and an exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift, and an exhale to fold. As your right foot takes a giant step back. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Walk your right hand just off to the side enough so that when you float your left arm up, you feel really supported here. Lengthen out of the waist. From back heel to crown of head, can you breathe into the side body and then draw your bottom ribs under, top ribs peel open. Here for 3. Nice strong breath for 2. As you exhale, drop your hand down, step back into plank. Slow lower, chaturanga. Draw your heart through, cobra or up dog. Send your hips back, downward facing, your left leg floats high. Stack your hip, bend your knee, feel the space in the front of your hip. As you exhale, drive your knee across the body, you twist. Stay high on the ball of the back foot, lift your knee, twist just a little bit more. One more round. 3-legged downward facing dog. Bring your foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Back knee settles down. Inhale, you rise up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Okay, nice strong connection to the earth. Bring your hands towards heart center. Inhale to invite length. And then as you exhale, twist, guiding your right tricep across your body. To start, can you feel your hips sink low? So invite more sensation in the front of your right hip. You might stay here. This might feel really good in the body. Hold here. If you need more fire, more heat, tuck your back toe, lift your knee, and then can you twist even more? Feel your shoulder blades onto the back body. Last 2. One more round of breath. Drop your hands down towards the mat. Step forward, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Full body stretch. Dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. All right, let's keep on working. Your left foot takes a giant step back. This time, you'll stay high on the ball of the back foot and then rise up nice and strong. It's your crescent lunge. Okay, so you felt the opening in the front of the left hip. Now use the strength of your back glute to help support you. Interlace your hands behind you. Press your palms together to touch. If that doesn't feel quite right this morning, you might grab for opposite elbows. Lift out of the waist, inhale. As you exhale, tip back. Keep on working the strength of your back glute. You're high on the ball of the back foot. Lift out of the waist. Can you shine your heart forward? One more breath in. A nice long exhale out. Good. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, plant your hands down towards the mat. Three-legged downward facing dog. Your right leg goes all the way up and back. Now stack your hip, bend your knee. There's lots of space here. You might stay. Maybe you feel ready already and you can flip your dog. Find wild thing. If you did that, notice your shoulder blades dropping into the back body, and then as if you can lift your heart towards the sky. Good. Root down, lift up. Take another 3 rounds of breath wherever you're at. Breathe more deeply. Feel the earth underneath you. One more round. Three-legged downward facing dog. Your right leg lifts high. As you exhale, bring your foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, you rise up. Our crescent lunge. Okay, this is beginning to feel familiar. Now bring your hands towards heart center and then exhale, you twist. Not here for too long, I promise. Lengthen out of the waist, shoulder blades collect onto the back body. One more round of breath. As you exhale, drop your back heel down and peel open, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Sink low into the front knee. Flip your front palm, extend yourself back. Keep your hand and then straighten your front leg. Feel your whole side body stretch. Root more firm into your front big toe mound. Lift out of the waist. One more inhale. As you exhale, you'll bend into your front knee, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Okay, this might be a little bit different. You'll bring your left arm underneath. Wrap once, maybe twice. Still working in Virabhadrasana 2 legs. Inhale to lift your elbows up. And as you exhale, humble warrior. Good. So a little bit different than we normally do in Virabhadrasana 1. You might need to scoot your heel a bit more forward. Keep on working that external rotation of your thigh. Drop your hip down and then surrender. Last 2. And inhale, you rise up. Untangle the arms. Straighten out your front leg. Inhale. Okay, all 10 toes face the longish side of your mat. And then as you exhale, reach towards the left. Feel your side body stretch. And you'll eventually land in a forward fold. 5 rounds of breath here. Take what you need. Feel your heels drive out further than the toes. Lift out of the waist. If movement would feel good, go for it. Invite that in. Maybe stillness is what you crave. 3 more breaths. Lift your hips up a little bit higher to the sky. One more round here. Okay, bring your hands down towards the mat. Gaze towards your right toes, and then you'll walk yourself into a low runner's lunge. You've been here before. Take a deep breath in. All right, gaze a little bit more forward. You'll spring up into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 pose. Okay, hard to go from low to high, but you've got this. Now flex a lot into your back heel. Lengthen out of the waist. You might reach your arms forward if you have space. Maybe they reach back. Lengthen out of your waist. Here for 3. Nice strong control for 2. Step to the top of your mat. Take a full breath in. Side away. One more inhale. A sigh escapes. Now from the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Full body stretch. Dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Okay, heel toe your feet out. Sink low, Malasana, our yogi squat. Good. Feel the connection of feet down into the earth. If you need to stand up a little more, maybe you place a block underneath your sacrum for more support. Now feel your sit bones root down towards the earth. Shoulder blades collect onto the back body. Lift out of the waist. Last 2. One more round of breath here. Drop your hands down towards the mat, pick your hips up, and just shake things out. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Nod your head, yes again. Good. Bring your toes together to touch. Inhale, you half lift. And an exhale to fold over. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Full body stretch. Dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. All right, let's do this. Your right foot takes a giant step back. You stay high on the ball of your back foot. Inhale to rise up nice and strong. It's our crescent lunge. God, we're loving these this morning. All right, interlace your hands behind you. Press your palms together to touch. And can you go a little bit deeper? Feel the connection, feet into the earth. Now lift out of the way. Shoulder blades collect onto the back body. And see if you can shine your heart up. So it might be a little shine. Maybe you tip back a lot. That part doesn't matter as much as you find your edge. You play and see and explore what's possible in this moment. 2 more rounds of breath. Keep on working the strength of your back glutes. Great work. Untangle your arms. Inhale, reach them up. As you exhale, drop your hands down. 3-legged downward facing dog. Your left leg goes all the way up and back. Okay, now stack your hip, bend your knee. Invite more space. This might be where you stay. Maybe you feel so ready. Flip your dog. Find wild thing. Feel your connection of right hand towards the mat. Shoulder blades onto the back body. Peel open the heart. The more that you root down, you have an ability to lift up and out of the waist. Breathe here for another 2. 1 more breath. 3-legged downward facing dog. Bring your foot all the way through to the top of the mat, high on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, you rise up strong. It's your crescent lunge. All right, inviting that internal rotation of the thighs. Bring your hands towards heart center, inhale. As you exhale, you twist to the left. Bring your right tricep in towards your thigh. Lengthen from back heel to crown of head. Shoulder blades onto back body. Not here for forever, so where can you take this? Last 2. 1 more round. Good. Now pivot and open up. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Land here. Flip your front palm, extend yourself back, exalt your warrior. Straighten out your front leg and feel your whole side body stretch. Press more firm into your left big toe mound. Lift out of the waist, expand. Okay, back to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Now you might need to scoot your back heel in slightly, even point your toes slightly forward. Guide your right arm underneath, wrap once, maybe twice. Inhale to lift, lengthen. As you exhale, tip forward. So I want you to experience the strength of your legs and then see the more that you can drop your tailbone underneath you, the more space there is for you to fold. Keep on pressing firm into your back foot. Last 3. 1 more round of breath here. Inhale, you rise up, untangle the arms, flip your palm, take it back, straighten out your front leg. Keep your hand where it is, and then all 10 toes face the long edge side, and then start to reach towards the right. Feel your left side body stretch. Eventually, you fold all the way forward. From here, lengthen into a half lift. Interlace your hands behind you. Press your palms together to touch, and then you fold. And now as you're here, draw your chin more towards your throat. Lift your tailbone up even higher to the sky. If this clasp is just not here today, know that that's okay. Maybe there's a towel or a strap you can grab. Take 3 more breaths. Each breath is an opportunity to explore. Release the grip of your hands. Gaze towards your left toes. Walk yourself into your low runner's lunge. Left toes point forward. You come up high on the ball of the back foot. Okay, let's do this. Spring forward and you rise into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 pose. Can you flex a lot into your back foot? Strike your heel. Lengthen out of the waist. Shoulder blades onto the back body. Arms go where it's good. 3 more rounds of breath. You've got this. Lengthen even more. 1 more breath. Rise up, stand tall. Tadasana, mountain pose. Wow, a deep breath in. Let that breath go. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, you dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold. Let's plant our hands, step back into plank. Slow lower, chaturanga. Draw your heart through, cobra or up dog. Send your hips back, downward facing dog. We'll take the next 5 rounds of breath. If you need another cycle through, you'll do that. Maybe you need a sip of water or child's pose. You choose. I need a sip of tea. Okay. And so wherever you find yourself, if you're feeling like you need more grounding, child's pose, more fire and heat, vinyasas are there for you. What do you crave? Last 3 breaths. Well done. We meet in downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, feel the connection, hands in towards the earth. Lift your hips up even higher to the sky. Now gaze in the space between your hands and then bring your thumbs together to touch. Okay, so you can see them. Good. Now, with a lot of control and a bit of play, you'll jump all the way through into Malasana, a yogi squat. And that was exciting. You might just step there if you need to. Now walk your right hand in front of your right shin and then peel your left arm up and open. And you might stay here, reaching, expanding. Maybe you'd like to work into a half bind. You'll tuck your right hand behind you. You might even explore a full bind. And if you've got a full bind, come up onto your right toes, root down into your left foot, and you'll rise up into flamingo. Good. You might stay here if you need more fire. You'll start to tip forward, keep the clasp. Lengthen from tailbone to crown of head. Wherever you are, know that you can breathe for 2. 1 more round. If you're lifted, can you come back down? Nice and strong, hands towards heart center. If you need a break between sides, know that you can always get out and come right back in. Let's explore the left side. Walk your left hand out in front of your left shin and then peel your right arm up and open. What a place to be. Stay here, or you can reach your hand behind you for that half bind. If you're working into a full bind, you'll wrap around the front of your shin, so it's different from birds of paradise. If that feels pretty good, then root down into your right foot, come up high onto your left, and you'll slowly begin to rise for flamingo. Good. If this feels okay, see if you can tip forward and keep the clasp. Shoulder blades onto back body. Good. You have 3 more breaths to explore. Do you have more space for the shoulders? If you're in your yogi squat, can you drop your tailbone down even more? Last round. Good. Wherever you're at, if you're standing tall, can you land nice and gently down? Good. Bring your hands towards the mat. Lift your hips. Same thing. We'll just shake things out. Shake your booty around. Let go of any pent-up tension. One more round of breath here. Sigh it away. Amazing work. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Full body stretch. Hands to heart on the exhale. From the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And an exhale to fold. Your left foot takes a giant step back. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Float just your right arm up. There's your twist. Okay, feel the firming action of your back glute, back quad, and then gently rise up. But still invite that internal rotation of your thighs. Drop your right hand behind you and then reach your left arm up and over to explore space. Good, sink low, reach out and expand. One more round of breath here. As you exhale, drop both hands down towards the mat. 3-legged downward facing dog. Stack your hip, bend your knee. Lots of space here. Okay, this time, guide your knee across the body. Kick your leg off to the side, and then root down into your strong back heel. Open up for fallen star. Again, feel both shoulder blades connect into the mat. Lift out of the waist. Strong. Here for 3. Last 2. 3-legged downward facing dog. Now bring your foot to the outside edge of your right pinky finger for an active lizard hip stretch. Drop your back knee down. And then guide your right hand towards your right thigh and gently peek over your right shoulder. Feel the twist. As you press firm into your left hand, draw your bottom ribs under, top ribs peel open. If you have more space, bend into your back leg, reach behind you for the bind. Keep on lifting your heart, but instead of splaying really far out, can you draw everything in and then lift out and lengthen even more? Here for 3. Last 2. Both hands connect to the mat. Tuck your back toe, lift your knee. Now guide your knee towards your right tricep and then just pick up your foot and hold. Here for 3. Last 2. Step back plank. Slow lower, chaturanga. Draw your heart through. Send your hips back. Downward facing dog. A full breath in. Let it go. Gaze in the space between your hands. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, you half lift. And an exhale to fold. Your right foot takes a giant step back. High on the ball of the back foot. Float just your left arm up. There's your twist. Okay, really feel the strength of your back glute. Use it as you lift up and open. And lengthen even more out of the waist. Great place to stay, or you can drop your hand behind you and reach your right arm up and over. Keep on working your sturdy back leg. Inner thighs are drawing in. Now lengthen out of the waist, tip back. Here for 3. So good, you got this. For 2. Drop your hands down towards the mat. 3-legged downward facing dog. Your left leg goes all the way up and back. Now stack your hip, bend your knee. As you exhale, drive your knee across the body, kick your leg off to the side, and open up for fallen star. Root firm into your back heel. Use the strength of your left hand to press in, shoulder blades onto the back body. Reach out, lengthen. One more inhale. As you exhale, drop your hand. Good, and then we'll flow into our lizard hip stretch. Drop your back knee down. Walk your right hand off to the side. Bring your left hand towards your thigh and peek over your shoulder. The key here is to think about drawing that internal rotation, even just enough so that you feel really connected and supported to your core. And then draw your bottom ribs under, top ribs peel open. Again, maybe you stay or you reach for the bind. Catch your breath. Feel so much space in the body. Last 3. One more round. Good. Both hands drop down. Tuck your back toe, lift your knee. And then guide your left knee towards left tricep. Hold. Pick up your left toes. Really strong. Here for 3. For 2. Step back, plank. Slow lower, chaturanga. Draw your heart through. Send your hips back. Downward facing dog. Now walk your hands and your feet so they meet in the middle of your mat. Inhale for space, and an exhale, you fold over. Now bring your feet about hip width distance apart. Grab hold, peace fingers around big toes. Lengthen out of the waist, and then fold. Notice how your shoulder blades collect onto the back body. Lift your hips up even higher to the sky. You might even tip a lot or a little forward. Feel the length that exists here. And we don't shut off in these moments of stillness. Instead, can you reconnect? Reconnect to your strong breath, to your ability to stay in the present moment. 2 more rounds. Bring your hands towards your hips and then inhale to rise up all the way, nice and strong. Okay, I feel nice and warm. I hope you do too. We'll set up for a dancer's pose. Yes, all right. Root down into your left foot. I'm real excited about that this morning. And you'll bring your right hand towards the inside edge of your foot. Hey, this might be where you stay if you have been working out a lot. I know that a lot of us have or haven't, whatever feels right. But you might just really love that quad stretch. Stay here if that works. If you're moving on, then you'll bring your shoulder blades onto the back body and then start to work the strength of your back body, and you use it to tip forward, lift out of the waist. So we're inviting that internal rotation of the thighs. Lengthen even more out of the waist. Kick into your hand, reach up. The more that you can kick is great, but notice if you're just kicking and you stopped engaging in the back body. Can you continue to use the engagement and invite more lifting action of your heart? Last 3. 2, you're strong, you've got this. Just as gracefully and intentionally, you'll arrive back. Tadasana, mountain pose. A breath in, side away. We have another side, another opportunity, right? Root down into your right foot, and then we'll work the left. Again, if that quad stretch is doing it for you, stay. If you feel like more, feel your shoulder blades onto the back body. Kick into your hand, lift out of the waist. Keep on working the strength that exists in the back body. Use it to lift your heart, expand. You have 5 more rounds of breath, so if you fall out, I promise you have time to come right back in. Last 3. For 2. 1 more round. Slow, intentional control. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Amazing. All right. Walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, you dive down, you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, you fold over. Hands plant, step back, plank. Slow lower, chaturanga. Draw your heart through. Send your hips back. Downward facing dog. And now bring your right knee towards your right wrist, setting up for half pigeon. If half pigeon doesn't feel quite right to you today, know that deer pose is always an option. You might even arrive onto your back for figure 4 if that would feel even better. So where can you land? Good. If you're loving all of these back bends and the work into the front of the body, you might stay upright and explore a bind. Maybe you just need to fold. And know that every option is yours to take. You might test things out, see what's possible. Now, can you truly land here? And when we land in this stillness, in the more places where we can really feel the earth underneath us, more of our body is connected. And let that be a comfort and anchoring for you here. Knowing that you have everything you need. Take the next 5 rounds of breath. Not a sigh escape. Okay. If you need a vinyasa, take it. If you'd rather just move into the other side in whatever way feels good, you'll do that. So you'll take a few breaths to just land into your hip stretch on the other side, whether that's a half pigeon, a deer pose, or a figure 4 on your back. We settle in with just as much intention on this side as the other. Whether you're staying upright and playing, maybe you're folding forward right away. I love how this practice invites us to meet where we're at. And that we know we can take it slow and intentional, and that we can move in a soft, more of that soft approach that creates and invites. We can also use this practice to push ourselves, to see what's possible, to find the edge. One way isn't better than the other. It's just what you need in this moment. And this practice will meet you here. You have the next 5 rounds of breath to explore this side of the body, to really land. Bring your hands down. If another vinyasa would be so sweet, don't deny yourself, go for it. Otherwise, we'll meet in a seat at the top of the mat. And then you'll extend your legs forward. Okay. You can take a reverse tabletop or reverse plank, you choose. Bring your hands behind you. Step into your feet and lift up. And make that internal rotation of the thighs. And then let your head drop back, if it feels okay. Good. Press more firm into your hands. Lift your hips up even higher to the sky. Take another 2 rounds of breath. Intentionally drop yourself down. Extend your feet forward. And then we'll slowly lower onto our back body. The last one wins. I don't know who it is, but you know, right? If you went slow or fast. Okay. Good. Take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms overhead. A good morning stretch. Really reach and expand. As you exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. We're setting up for our final series of back bends. Whew, right? You just thought it was finished and then we add in more. That's exciting. If you need to take this 3 wheels, go for it. Small bridges, do that. I'll lead you in a series of both. Root down into your feet, about hip-width distance apart. And then root down to lift your hips up nice and high. We have 5 breaths in each round. You might stay here. You can scoot your shoulders onto the back, interlace your hands behind you. Lift out of the waist. Feel the space that exists here and then use your strength to move into that space. Last 3, 2, and you lower all the way down. Great work. Keep your feet where they are. Root down, lift up, small bridge or wheel, you choose. Good. 5 full rounds of breath here. Can you guide your shin bones even closer towards the top of your mat? Use that internal rotation of your thighs to support you. Last 2. And you lower all the way down. If you're feeling ready for wheel, what an opportunity. Press into your hands, root down, lift up. Small bridge or wheel. An honest 3 rounds of breath. Last 2. And lower all the way down. Good. Feet together to touch, knees go wide. Bring your shoulders onto the back body. Let yourself really land here. And then do a scan. Is there anything else that you crave? I'll lead you through final twists, but if something else sounds better to you, do that. Guide your feet down and towards the mat. Shift your hips a few inches towards the left and let your knees drop to the right. You twist. Invite more space, more length into the side body. Landing here with intention. Inhale to come back to center. Shift your hips towards the right. Let your knees go to the left. You twist. Let your breath become even more fluid. Like water, you flow. You'll make your way back to center and take any final movement you need to take before finding your way into your final rest, your Shavasana. It will be short and sweet. And just as intentionally as you carved this time out for yourself, can you land here? Let your body fully surrender to the support of the earth. Om Namah Shiva. 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 Om. Begin to wiggle into fingers and toes. Circle wrists and ankles. Bring your arms overhead for a good morning stretch. Reach, expand. A sigh or a yawn escapes. Gently gather your knees in towards your chest, a nice squeeze. And you'll make your way, when you're ready, into a seat at the top of the mat. Hands gather in towards heart center. Anjali Mudra, our seal of offering. We'll end our practice this morning with one Om. Let's take a cleansing breath first. Deep breath in. Sigh it away. Inhale to Om. Om. Thank you for allowing me to hold space for your strong practice this morning. I honor the light, love, and divine within you. Namaste. What a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat this morning. It's so sweet. I will save this to our story. You're welcome to connect to it anytime. Fingers crossed, I'll do it on the YouTube as well. Have a great day. See you soon.